one of you all throughout the world here for our QLive broadcast with our founder and CEO, Bob Reina. So Bob, go ahead. Take it away.
All right, here we go. Again, everybody, Merry Christmas early. Happy holidays. We're in the midst of the holiday season, but Santa Bob is going to give you a present today that will keep on giving for the rest of your life, and it's called Honest Truth. So I want to ask everybody a question here. Is it fair of me to have of you the same expectations that I have of myself? I want to say that again because that's important. Is it fair for me to expect of you the same things that I expect from myself? Is it also fair to have the same expectations that I have of corporate that I have of myself and of that in the field? In other words, let me explain to you. Corporate knows what my expectations are. They knew in the first 5 seconds before I even hired them, they knew. Because I let them know what my expectations are right up front. So therefore, there's no miscommunication, right? And it goes something like this. I expect us to be the best. I expect us to be the company for people to have a final home in the industry. Not just a company, but the company. And so what does that mean? That means sometimes you got to get up earlier. That means sometimes you got to stay later. Sometimes that means on the weekends, you're going to be working. Now, this is corporate people. Because that's what it takes to be the best. When you're building people's dreams, it is not a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 thing. I don't care if we are doing $10 trillion a year in business. It still will never be a 9 to 5 thing. Because number one, you're dealing with people's hopes and dreams in their lives. You're dealing with, can they eliminate the stress of not being able to pay their bills? Can you eliminate the stress of them having a future that they're looking forward to? Can we create a future where we are restoring people's health via the products? That's what I want to know when I hire somebody corporately. So if their answer is, well, no, I can't make those commitments. Do you know what it is? Next. I don't hire everybody. I hire the chosen. The ones who see it. The ones who believe in me to get up earlier, to stay up later. Do you know we start our corporate calls? We have some folks on our team that are in Utah. We start our corporate calls at about 7:45, my time, which my day's half done by then, but for their time it's 5:45, which means when they come to the calls in the morning, they already have to have their overnight updates because we do business all over the world. So somebody with a contender mindset will tell them it's okay. Well, we'll just move the call to 9:45 when they've slept in a little bit. Sleep's overrated. But we all have to be on the same page corporately. So my question for each and everybody, and this isn't a call about just getting up early. You hear me talk about all the time, mindset, momentum, money. Mindset, momentum, money. And it's in a particular order for a reason. It means your mindset has to be right before you'll create the momentum in your business and before the money will come. Some of you keep looking outside. I promise you, Santa Claus is not bringing the money truck in your driveway. You have to have the right mindset first. So in order for me to be at my best, it's only fair that I expect you to be at your best. Is that an okay deal for everybody? Is it? And being at your best is not always easy. It's not. But if your dream is big enough, it's easy. I don't wake up to an alarm clock. My dream wakes me up. Sometimes I have to be a little bit more honest with people than others. That's kind of a code word for maybe kind of chewing them out sometimes. But it's done out of love. I want people to have the life that I have. I want people to have a life of being able to create your own way. And if that means to you an extra $500 a month will take you to where you want to be, I'm happy to help you create it. If it's more, I'm happy to help you create it. If it's better health, I'm happy to help you create it. Because at the end of the day, and at the start of the day, I have to be true to myself. It all starts with me in this company. Meaning if my mindset was not where it needed to be, this company would not be performing like it is. If my mindset was not where it should be, I never would have started this company 3 years ago. So again, this comes down to belief. This comes down to mindset. And I really believe with every single thing in my body that everybody can become a leader. I didn't say everybody will. I said, I believe everybody can become a leader. I was just sending a message right before we got here, asking somebody why they didn't do something. They apologized, but they said they're a leader and they'll do better. And I said, no, you're not a leader yet. You're trying to become a leader. And do you want to know why? Because number one, your check is not indicative of that of a leader. And number two, you have nobody on your team that has reached the top of the comp plan yet. So we have to, at the core of all this, we have to be honest with each other. I am never, ever, ever in a trillion years going to be the type of CEO that comes on here and blows smoke up people's rear ends. You're doing such a great job. You're on your way to the top. You're this, you're that. And then I look at your check and you earned $50 in the last month. So would you rather have me cheerlead you? Or would you rather have me be honest with you and give you honest love? Somebody who's making $50,000 a week, if they knew how to do better, they'd be making $100,000 a week. And no, that's not an income claim. It's just an example. If somebody's making $100 a month, if you knew what you're doing, you'd be making $500 a month. Is that okay to say to everybody? Because I believe one of the biggest advantages that QuiAri has is this. It's not the fact that we pay in 5 minutes, even though that's huge. It's not the fact that people love our products all around the world. That's huge. It's not our global distribution that we have set up. That's huge. It's not how great our shakes taste. That's huge. But the biggest gift I can give each of you is the right mindset. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You will not find a CEO in this industry that cares and wants more for you than I do. You will not. But I need your help. I need your help to show up on the opportunity presentations. I need your help to make sure your team shows up to these broadcasts, because I only have X amount of time to make sure that I'm executing what needs to be done. And corporately, I mean, they're tremendous. At times, they don't even need me. And some people might hear me say that and say, well, wow, that's a great thing. It means I trained them right. It means I hired the right people that care about you. See, because they're so good, they allow me to spend the majority of my time working with leadership and working with people that are trying to become leaders. That's where it's at. I was talking to somebody last night one of my new friends in the business, and I absolutely love her, was in another company for a long time, almost 20 years. And she talked to the owner of that company 2 times. 2. I talk to that person more than 2 times a day, and have since I met her. Because I want to take great people and turn them into great leaders. Because when you create somebody that's great and you turn them into a great leader, what are they automatically going to do? They're automatically going to go and do good things with their money that they make. They're automatically going to teach a lot of other really great people how to be successful in this business. That's what's important. That's what's important. So the great news for all of us here, products, man, you don't have to worry about them. They get delivered on time. They taste great. We have a new one coming out that we're going to be doing a broadcast on very soon. Show you all kinds of cool pics. All that stuff is being manufactured right now as we're speaking. You will love it. It tastes great. It'll make you look as young as I do. No, I'm just kidding. That's not a good testimonial. I'm just teasing. Don't have to worry about products. You don't have to worry about comp plan. You get paid in 5 minutes. Have you found anybody here ever that hasn't been paid on time or accurately? Don't exist. We've been doing it for 3+ years now. I've been doing the industry this way for 17 years. So you don't have to worry about that either. What about support? Have you ever had somebody say support did not get back to them or did not get great support? Absolutely not. We appreciate our support. You don't call like other companies I've been on and you're number 458 on hold, or they get back to you the next day. I mean, I remember when I was building the business, 458 on hold was bad. What was even worse is companies have a voicemail. Tell them, please give them up to 72 hours to get back to you. If I'm calling you now, I need an answer now. I don't need an answer 3 days later. That doesn't work. You didn't take my money 3 days later, did you? I didn't fill out my application 3 days later. What does that mean? It means that you don't care enough. That's what that means. I just don't work like that. The company doesn't work like that. Here's something else. Be careful as to whom you listen to. What I mean by that is this. You better start listening to the people that care about you first. That's called a clue. The second thing is, a lot of leaders are here from other companies, a lot of new leaders from other companies, et cetera. And I hear the same horror stories. Could never get in touch with management. Could never get in touch with the CEO, right? So the first clue is most CEOs have never built in the field. So they don't understand the field. I think many of them in the industry, being candid, take advantage of the field. They just look at the dollars that the field produces instead of the sacrifices that the field make to get to where they are. Because you can't value what you've never done yourself. You can't hire that away. You can't farm that out to somebody else. It's either you've done it or you haven't. I've built in the field for a long time. I've been checked into the MLM Heartbreak Hotel many a times. I've been on the receiving end of garbage products that didn't work. I've been on the receiving end of commissions that never came. I've been on the receiving end of companies that closed down in the middle of the night. I didn't like it, one single bit. So that's why you don't see any of that stuff go on over here, right? So most CEOs don't know how to teach on mindset because they don't have the right mindset themselves. And I'm not criticizing them. That's their choice. If that works for them, fantastic. But that's just not me. And remember what I said, I have to be true to myself. That's where it all starts and stops with me. I have to be true to myself. And then the second part of it is, for those people, those CEOs that have the ability to talk to mindset, everybody's phone works the same. Everybody's Zoom works the same. Their phone works just as well as mine does. But if they're not in the trenches with people getting dirty, then I think they're missing what is not only their responsibility, but it's their heartfelt obligation to help everybody. Everybody. Not just a few, but everybody. Have you ever heard of somebody, honestly, that's a good person that loves their kids any less than the next person? No. Do you think their heart breaks less when they can't afford something for their kids? Absolutely not. Their heart breaks just the same. Do you think they suffer any less when they're living in a garbage house or a garbage car, driving a garbage car? No. They suffer. So as leaders and coming up leaders, and as a company, it's our responsibility to help people. At the end of the day, that's what this business is about. You can help people have better health. You can help people earn money, or you can help people do both. What sounds better to you? So at times, I get on some people. I do. I admit it. It's called being honest, because you need it. Because I feel at times I'm the only person, in combination with certain leadership, that is here to rescue your life from mediocrity. That's my belief system. I feel in MLM, if people would have already known how to get to the top of the comp plan and stayed there, they would already be there. If they would have known the same thing in other companies, they would have been there. And I listen, and we talk all the time to people. Well, I was making $50,000 a month in this company. I was making $60,000 a month in this company. And then my check started to go down, right? And the first thing that comes to my head is because the right mindset wasn't there. If you're making X number of dollars per month, the real question to be asking yourself is this: how many other people on your team are making as much, if not more, than you? The sign of a real leader is who creates more leaders. It's not who creates more followers. A real leader creates leaders. And that's what we're trying to do here with everybody. If that makes sense, right? Because when your mind goes right, you can do things and have a little bit of extra money to do things. Like, there was somebody that I was on the phone with that I thought was a tremendous person. I listened to some pain in their life. They're new to the company, but they have kids. They have to wait till their check comes. And I'm not going to mention any names because the person is not important. The name is not important. But they couldn't afford a good Christmas for their kids. Now they can. Something else? Somebody that I know got hurt, became paralyzed. They got into some weird thing with the government, and the government was going to take away their insurance. You take somebody who's paralyzed and take away their insurance. That's not a good thing. They needed the best legal representation, but they couldn't afford it. Now they can. Want another example? Everybody knows, or most people know, I used to be a policeman. There's an upcoming event, a safety program at one of my kids' school. The person that was going to sponsor it, for whatever reason, backed out. If I would have known about it, I would have sponsored it first anyway. So I gave them almost what? I think it was $3,000. Not a lot of money, right? It brought a policeman to tears over just a few dollars. But the key is that I put myself in a position to be able to do these things. And I've done a lot of it quietly. There's right now 7 different promoters that I've helped. They're new, right? And I view people that are new differently because they haven't had the opportunity yet to learn. They came to me broken and I'm trying to fix it. Broke is when you don't have money. Broken is when you don't have dreams. They had, in some respect, given up. But do you know why they gave up? Because whoever brought them in the industry didn't teach them right. They didn't teach them about mindset. They didn't teach them the value of hard work. They didn't teach them the value of sacrifice. That's what we need to be teaching people. We need to be together, strong, united as one family. When one person hurts, we all hurt. When one person celebrates, we all celebrate. That's how this company is run. That is our culture. So here during the holidays, I really want to ask you, and I'm going to challenge you. Are you in a position to help people around you that have a real need? And the truth has a funny way of coming out. We were talking to somebody yesterday. Oh, I've been sick. Didn't have an opportunity to do something. But yet, if you look at their Facebook page, they had an opportunity. They were just posting up about XYZ, right? And I'm not going to mention any names because I know there's many people in here that have the same thing. That's called an excuse. Excuses are the nails that built the house of failure. And I don't know how to fail. Failure doesn't even come into my mind. You improvise, you adapt, and you overcome, and you continue to work with the right people to give the right result. And it starts with the person's mindset. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes, yes? So how we finish out 2022 will determine how you start 2023. Right? That's critically important. So while everybody else is celebrating, it's got to be pedaled down. While everybody's mindset is soft, yours has got to be sharp. While everybody else is just thinking about themselves, you have to start thinking about other people. Because it's the same way that I do for each of you. When I say I mean the whole team. Does that make sense? Right? So I also have Santa Lauren here with me, who has a few things that she would like to share with you.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. So we are super excited. As many of you know, I just recently made a second trip to Atlanta, and we have been doing some amazing photography, videography, and photos that we were going to be implementing into our new website, our new social media campaigns, everything like that. So I want to go ahead and take this opportunity to share some of this with each and every one of you. So how does that sound? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share screen. Here we go. So these photos are absolutely amazing. We worked with a Emmy award-winning video crew that is highly sought after. We told them, look, we need to get this done. We have people out there, dreams and lives that are counting on us, and we need to reflect as the top company of the industry that we know that we are. So We did not settle for anything less other than the best. As you'll see through the photos, our talent, we actually handpicked all of our talent. So we went through a bunch of different talent agencies and we are able to fly people in to have all the different talent there as well.
I want to invite you to think about this for a second. This all goes down to mindset. With a company that has the right mindset, would they be using little cheap generic photos? Or if your mindset is you want to be the company in the industry, you would do something like this. Quality says something about you, right? It's your brand. Your brand is tied in to your mindset. Am I right, everybody? Okay, keep going, please.
Here we go. That poor girl, it was only 19 degrees out that morning. So,
but she had the right mindset to be there. Next picture. All right, now listen. Listen. The right mindset, right? How did they get my body on that guy? I want you to think about that one for a second. Can I tell y'all something funny too? I mean, honestly, being an owner in this industry, right? I mean, you get subjected to criticism, which is okay because our performance speaks for itself. But I had some hillbilly owner of another company that I've never heard of in my life. It has been around allegedly for 15 years. Never heard of him, never heard of the company, right? So he called one of our promoters and made some comment. Wow, is your own owner even taking your product? He's got a little bit of a belly. I mean, let's be real. I'm 56 years old. I'm almost 6 feet tall, just that much. And I am like 20 pounds off from where I was when I got out of the police academy. I mean, seriously? But see, do you know what it tells you though? People don't talk about nobodies. So if a CEO of another company is cold calling our promoters, that's hilarious to me because you should be running your own company. Number two, and you're talking poorly about other people, that's so foolish. You should be building up your own leadership with the right mindset instead of trying to tear down other people who can't be torn down, right? So then I was telling my wife about it, not because he hurt my feelings, but because I thought it was funny. So Christy was making burgers that night, so she actually withheld the cheese on me. She goes, "You don't need any cheese. You don't need any mayo." But again, the moral of the story is it's about the mindset, right? The mindset. That's what you have to pay attention to. Next page. Great picture. And there are plenty of other to do. I know my wife's a straight gangster. Boy, she saw it and woo, she let me have it, right? So no cheese for me. No, indeed. Lauren, what else you got? We have early bird ticket pricing.
Yeah. So for our event in May, so Momentum, our early bird pricing is going to end. So make sure you get your tickets before January 1st. So by December 31st, midnight UTC, same time that rank advancements and the end of month, make sure you get that ticket for Momentum. So get it while you can at that special rate. Contact the hotel, get all that travel stuff secured and everything. We got special rates for each and every one of you as well. So go to QuiAri.com/momentum. You'll see everything there. And it's also in your QuiAri portals easily for each of you to see. So we cannot wait to see each one of you there either. It's going to be an amazing event, the event of the year.
Yeah, it'll be the event of your lifetime.
Life.
Now, Do you think we might be talking a little bit about mindset there? Maybe.
Maybe it is called momentum, and what comes with momentum is mindset.
Yeah, it's called a clue, right? So coming up in the first quarter of next year, right? We obviously know the new products coming. So all that stuff, the collateral, blah, 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 be distributed all over the world. People will love it as much as you love our existing products. Tastes great, works great, looks great, in keeping with, our brand and our culture. We have a brand new QuiAri.com website coming, which will absolutely make your jaw drop. It is tremendous. The pictures that you see and some videos that you haven't seen yet will be part of the new website, right? So that's coming up as well. Something else that I am doing is, because I am on a lot of Zooms with leaders, they ask me about the vision, the story, et cetera, right? Because it's very interesting, very important, because if you are here in QuiAri, it is important that you understand the heart of this company. It all begins with the heart and the mind, right? And where the mind goes, the wallet follows. So I am going to be doing a presentation which people will get to know the story of QuiAri, me. I'll explain everything for you so you don't have to, right? So the business will really come down to, hey, ask them the invitation question. Each of you will have a self-replicating website to go to where it'll show the 2-minute Discover QuiAri video. Then it'll be my presentation. Then the third button will be sign up. Just that simple. So we are already the fastest in the world, but as our standards go, we're going to become even faster. Because at the end of the day, our dream is this: to become the #1 company in the industry that has ever been seen for duplication. When you do that, the rest of it takes care of itself. So on behalf of myself, Lauren, rest of corporate, thank you. Thanks for being here with me. If anybody ever has a question about QuiAri or what we're about, this may be a good recording for you to send to them so they can understand what we're doing. In the meantime, please be safe around the holidays. Early Merry Christmas to everybody. We're going to be working right through the holiday just like we always do, because guess what? Dreams never take holidays. Love everybody. Be safe. Thank you for all your hard work. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.